video, we're going to look into Chapter 14, The Warden. Were you surprised to discover that the Warden was a woman when you first read the chapter? And what else did you find out about the Warden in this chapter? Let's take a look. Remember in the previous chapter, Stanley found the gold tube and he passed it to X-Ray and asked X-Ray to show it to the Warden the next day, right? So this is the next day. The next morning, Stanley asked X-Ray if he had the object, and X-Ray yelled at Stanley to leave him alone and pretended he did not know anything what Stanley was talking about. Why did X-Ray do that? What was he afraid of? Why couldn't they talk about the gold tube? Because while they were digging the holes, X-Ray waited until the water truck came to the holes before pretending to find the gold tube. And he tried to show it to Mr. Pendenski. So Mr. Pendenski went to inform the warden about the gold tube. And from the book, it says, a tall woman with red hair stepped out of the passenger side. He looked even taller than she was. Since Stanley was down in his hole, he wore a black cowboy hat and a black cowboy boots, which were studded with turquoise stones. The sleeves on her shirt were rolled up and her arms were covered with freckles, as was her face. Based on this description, what can you learn about the warden? Apart from her appearance, so who would wear cowboy hat, cowboy boots? Where was she from? What was her background like? Family background, education background? How was she? How was she raised? So think about all these. From this description, what else can you learn about her? Who would have so many freckles on arm and face? So think about it. So the warden arrived. After checking what X-Ray found, I put quotation mark here because it's not really X-Ray who found the gold tube, right? So what X-Ray found. The warden gave X-Ray a day off and ordered Mr. Pendenski to fill the canteens for all the boys. It's normal, right? At this time, Mr. Pendenski did something wrong. Mr. Pendenski replied that he had just filled boys' water. The warden wasn't happy about it. She was pretty upset and angry because Mr. Pendenski questioned her order. So the warden even asked Caveman Stanley. So the warden knew his nickname, Caveman, even they've never met before. So the warden even asked Caveman Stanley whether his canteen was full and found out that it wasn't. It wasn't. So the warden at last explained to Mr. Pendenski that she didn't like her authority being challenged and in question. So what else does this part of the story tell you? Who has the most authority in the camp? Why would the warden be the big boss in the camp? Even she is just a woman. Okay, why would Mr. Sir and Mr. Pendenski listen to her? Who was she? So think about all these questions when you continue to read your book, and let's see if we can find out the answer in the later part. And these are my references, okay? Thank you.